So I want to bring some clarity about stationary models and dynamic model, because it's often the case that in school we learn to use mathematics to model the world as it is a stationary phenomena. But if we look deeply into it, we can see that the world, and take finance for instance, is not a stationary models, but it evolves over time continuously. And so we can no longer look at financial markets under a stationary point of view, but we need to adapt a dynamic framework to analyze the whole picture. And specifically, when you do asset allocation and portfolio management, the first thing you learn is, okay, let's construct a portfolio that is diversified. And you often get asked the question, so how's your portfolio constructed? And you say, okay, I have 40% in stocks, 30% in bonds, and the rest in, I don't know, crypto, whatever you have, forex, cash. But I think the right question to ask is, what's your portfolio, or how's your portfolio constructed at any given point in time? Because portfolio and asset allocation managers tend to model portfolios dynamically. And so while we learn to model portfolio as they were static over time, actually portfolios can change over time, and you can balance and rebalance all the specific quantities within your portfolio in order to adapt your portfolio as the circumstances changes. So maybe you have a portfolio made of Google, Apple, and IBM, and then at some point in time Apple has gotten more value, and so what you do is some risk management. You decrease the value of Apple and you put more into Google, and so you do this rebalance over time, and that's what makes your portfolio dynamically allocated and not a static thing. And when we want to look at the market, if we want to understand the market as it behaves, we need to look at the market under a dynamic perspective, because markets do adapt, and they adapt at every microsecond. If you were a high frequency trader, then you would make lots of operations at any given point in time. And at the same time, if you want to understand and have a clear picture about how market evolves, try to look and understand the market within a dynamic perspective, and you will see that your vision will be much more close to how phenomena behave in the real world.